Our fans can trust that ownership will accept nothing less than a winning culture in this organization. This season, our team was decimated by serious injuries, and while this in and of itself is not an excuse, we take pride in knowing that our players had the character to show up every night, regardless of the lineup. We managed to be competitive almost every night. I strongly believe that we have a solid core group of players in each position. We also have some exciting new players coming into our organization. And we have a chance to add even more depth over the next 2 years, in which we have 7 picks in the first 2 rounds. Our priority over the next few months will be to solidify our contractual arrangements with our core group of players, prepare for the draft, and prepare for this summer's free agency market. Montreal is one of the best places to play hockey in the world, and our fans deserve the best possible team on the ice. The Montreal Canadiens is a storied franchise, often cited as one of the greatest sports organizations in the world. Our 24 Stanley Cups are a testament to this. However, the traits that are common to all successful organizations have been lacking in recent years. When one looks at the great organizations of the past, or the ones that are performing particularly well currently, the root of their success lies in their consistency and stability. Consistency and stability in ownership, in management, in coaching, and in player personnel. Just over 2 years ago, we were fortunate to acquire this franchise, and our ownership group is committed for the long term. With this stability in place, we must turn our attention to the consistency and stability required at all levels of the organization. It is my responsibility to identify solutions and to rebuild the winning culture that this franchise's fans, its history, and its tradition demand. Following extensive reflection, I have the unfortunate task of announcing important changes in our organization. Effective immediately, Pierre Gauthier has been relieved of his duties as the team's general manager. After discussing this decision with Bob Gainey, Bob and I agreed that he would no longer be acting as an advisor to the club given Pierre's departure. Pierre and Bob have been with this team in a hockey operations role for 9 years. During this time, we've experienced many great moments, and the fan support for the teams they have put on the ice has been second to none. During this time, we've experienced many great moments. However, we felt that the direction of the club needed to change from a hockey standpoint. I would like to thank Pierre and Bob for many tireless years with this great organization. In our search for our next general manager, I've retained Serge Savard to act as my advisor on this matter. Our priorities as an organization moving forward are as follows: to improve our team at every level, to reestablish a winning culture for the long term, to give our fans what they deserve, the best possible product on the ice, and establish stability in all areas of our organization. The most important thing that we learned this season is that we have the best and most passionate fans in hockey, and they care tremendously, even through difficult times. We need to remember that our fans want us to win, period. Our organizational culture needs to support and adopt this passion for victory. Nothing else matters. Many fans have asked what the strategy is. It's one thing, and it's one thing only: to have a winning organization. Just qualifying for the playoffs cannot be our goal or our standard. not for this team, not for this organization. This organization going forward must set its sights on competing for the game's ultimate prize every season, and no lesser standard should be accepted. Our fans and our tradition demand nothing less than this. Most organizations in every sport have experienced a disappointing season like ours this year. However, I look at this as an opportunity to emerge from this even stronger, better prepared, with a focus on consistency, stability, and most importantly, on-ice success. We'll now turn our attention to identifying the team's next general manager. Until a decision has been made, the process and the list of candidates will remain confidential. And now to you, the fans, I receive thousands of letters and emails and tweets with recommendations, suggestions, support, and criticism. And I wish I could reply to them all. But trust that I do listen and I absorb what you say. I truly appreciate your passion. Thank you.
Pour procéder à une période de questions, we'll have a question and answer with the floor. Si, s'il vous plaît. Luc Gélina.
Est-ce que vous avez déjà dressé avec Serge Savard le profil